Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a very casual get ready with me. I miss doing these. I really only do them when I'm doing my monthly favorites, so I just wanted to do one today. Got my hair clipped back and I cannot recommend these enough. They're from Amazon. They're just little creaseless hair clips. I used to always hate putting my hair back when I was doing my makeup because it would leave little creases in my hair, and these completely fix the problem. They're so nice, and then I don't get, foundation all over my hair. So I'm gonna put a little bit of eye cream on. I'm using the avocado one from Kiehl's, and I really like to layer this on pretty thick because it will soak in after a few minutes, but I like how it just keeps my under eyes hydrated all day, and then my makeup goes on a lot nicer underneath my eyes. And I'm also gonna use some of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I'm such a big fan of this, and I actually used it on my feet the other night because they were so dry and chapped, and then I woke up in the morning and they looked like new baby feet. Like, it looked like I had done the baby foot peel. This Get Ready With Me is sponsored by Fragrance Net, and I think you will love this website as much as I do because they offer luxury products at a discounted price guaranteed. And I'm genuinely the most impressed by the selection on Fragrance Net because they have a lot of the common fragrance houses like, Dolce & Gabbana, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, Gucci. They have all of everybody's most common favorites, but then they also have a lot of the really niche fragrance brands, which is what I really like. So they have Diptyque by Rito, Clive Christian, Juliette Has a Gun, Atelier. There's like so many of my personal fragrance brands on there as well, and I picked 3 that I really want to share with you because I'm very excited. So the fragrance that I'm the most excited about that I got from Fragrance Net is Radio Bombay from DS and Durga. This is such a gorgeous sandalwood heavy fragrance. It's so beautiful. It smells absolutely incredible. It's like cedary. Sandalwood is so heavy on the nose, which is my absolute favorite fragrance note. I love sandalwood fragrances. It's beautiful. Like my new favorite. I love sandalwood fragrances. I can't get enough of them. Fragrance Net also has Jo Malone, which is one of my favorite fragrances. This one is the Lime Basil and Mandarin, which to me is just so herbaceous. It's fresh. Smells very green to me, so I absolutely love this. My other favorite from Jo Malone is the Mimosa one. I wear that all the time too, but I'm so excited that I got this because I also think that, like, although this is not, warm and spicy or quite heavy, I really think this is nice for the wintertime because I love basil. And then I also did get one from Hermes. This is one of my favorite lines from the Hermes fragrance collection. I also have the rhubarb and the lime. These are really concentrated, great for layering. This is the orange one. Ugh, it just smells so good and so fresh. And all of the fragrances that you get on Fragrance Net come boxed. Like, they're authentic. I wish that I had instead known about this website prior because I spend so much money on fragrance, and you can get all of your favorite brands from their website. I'm also gonna link some of my personal fragrances from Fragrance Net in the description box so that you guys can shop either these 3 or some of my other favorites that I wear on a regular basis, because I'm telling you, they have more than I ever thought that they did, especially really impressed with, like I said, those niche fragrance brands that they have on the website. So if you are a fragrance lover like myself, it will all be linked in the description box so you can shop it. Today, I'm going to be trying the Lime Basil and Mandarin. Oh, it's so fresh. It's so good. Okay, moving into makeup. So I'm gonna be doing like a ton of Nudestix in this video because that's probably the most requested brand that I've been getting to do like a full face of, and I think I have enough to do a predominantly full Nudestix face. So I'm gonna start with their foundation, which I have absolutely been loving. Breaking out like crazy from maskne. I mean, that's just a normal pimple, but I have been breaking out like crazy, and a lot of foundations just exacerbate the problem and make the acne look even worse. But this one like really camouflages it, and I also just like how lightweight this feels. It feels like a tinted moisturizer, but it gives you the coverage of a foundation. So I'm all about that. I'm just gonna blend it in with this Smashbox brush. And sometimes I even feel like when I have a ton of acne, it almost looks worse to put a bunch of makeup on top, because then it just looks like a bunch of acne with makeup on top. So I like to camouflage it as best as possible without taking it to cakey town. And I just buff it in so you can see, you can still get a glimpse of that hyperpigmentation. I can layer a little bit more on top, but it's not the end of the world, as long as it's just, you know, evening everything out. I'm also such a big fan of their concealer, so I'll just tap that right under my eyes. It has amazing coverage. I'm wearing Nude 5, and it's pretty lightweight and fluid, so I like that under the eyes because it doesn't get all like cakey and crepey. Put it on my eyelids, and I also like to concentrate extra coverage right on the outer corner of my eye, because that's where I have a lot of darkness. And then I always do a couple swipes right around the corner of my nose for that eczema. And then we shall just buff this concealer out. Like I said, it's really fluid, so it just blends over the face so beautifully. And I really think this concealer is ideal for every day, because it's like, it gives you the brightness and the coverage that you want under your eyes, but it doesn't look too heavy. I know sometimes I can be a little bit more heavy-handed with my concealer, and it looks like a little bit too much for every day. So I like how this one brightens up my under eyes, gives me that, you know, slight coverage, a little bit more than the foundation, but it doesn't look heavy. And most importantly, it doesn't feel heavy either. It doesn't feel cakey, and it doesn't, like, you know, settle and move into the folds that I have under my eyes. This is like my favorite blush from them. This is Bareback, and I like it because it's just a soft blush tone that doesn't get too heavy, or like, it doesn't ever get too distracting. Like, to me, this is the ideal type of blush. I know I love like berry tones and, you know, using deeper colors and stuff, but for every day, I just want something that I can't screw up, because sometimes I go a little bit too crazy with cream blushes. And you can see it's super subtle, but just gives me that little bit of flush. And then for bronzer, Bondi Bay, one of my favorites for so many years. What I like to do is sometimes I'll like pick it up on my brush. I like to just apply it directly to my forehead like this, and then go in with my brush and blend it out. I just find that this is a little bit easier for my forehead area. These hair clips, man, they like really make a big difference. Normally I'd have a bunch of hair sticking to everything. And then for the planes of my face, I'll just pick it up on the brush like this, load the brush up with the product, and then starting back here, I'll just slowly blend it in towards the center of my face to warm up the center with a little bit of color. I know when I first started using cream, I used to think it was so intimidating, and it was just because I didn't know how to use them. And I think that if you can make it a little bit more intuitive for yourself by using brushes, it's really helpful, because then you can, you know, pick up the product like you would a powder and really try to experiment with the way that it works the best for you. But for me, with brushes, I just feel like I get a little bit more control, and I get the finish and the pigmentation that I want, versus if I'm just doing like a quick 5-minute face. For me, cream is faster, and I can just blend it out with my fingers. But you can still get like a nice, you know, structured look with creams. I'm gonna do a little bit more bronzer because I'm obsessed. And then you just blend it out. Like, I know it looked like it was going on really crazy and patchy, but then the creams just really melt in, and they look so good, so natural, and so skin-like. I'm gonna take the shade Rustique. If you watched my single shadow video, you already know about this one. And I just apply it all over my eyelid. You can also use these as eyeliners. They're really nice if you want to like use a angled brush and just use it as an eyeliner. And then the other thing that's so nice about these is that they're budge proof. Like once they set down, they don't tend to migrate or move around quite as much as other liquid or cream shadows do. And I'm just blending this up into my crease. I just like how much you can manipulate the formula of a cream shadow versus a powder, and how you can really customize exactly how you want it to look. So I'm also gonna take this like right to about mid-eye, and I'll show you how I use a darker shade as an eyeliner. So this is the shade Immortal. I'm gonna take it on a smudgy brush like this. Just pick up the product and then get really close so you can see. And I'm just gonna smudge that along the top lash line. Blend it out a bit if you notice any harshness. This is the Nudestix eyebrow pencil. This is their eyebrow stylus pencil and gel. And I'm using, don't see the shade on here. I really like the shape of this pencil. Typically, I'm like afraid of pencils that are a little bit thicker, but this product isn't so pigmented that you go full-blown cartoon like you do with a lot of other brow pencils. And I really like how the formula of the brow pencil itself is a hard formula, because sometimes, like, let me know if you are also the same way. Do you ever feel like when a brow pencil is too soft of a pencil, it almost like melts down and you lose control of how you're doing your brows? Because that happens to me all the time when I'm testing out new brow pencils. I got so frustrated for a while and I was just not trying new brow pencils and only using tinted brow gel. But also, if I'm being totally honest, the reason I think I like this brow pencil so much is because it's such a exact match for my hair color. I perhaps could have been using brow pencils that were a little bit too light for me, but I love this. I think it might be a little bit more cool toned, and sometimes when I'm using brunette shades that are a little bit too warm, they pull really red on my brows. Then I'm gonna take the gel that comes on the other end, get that really nice little perfect precise brow spoolie, and just brush my brow hairs up. I can't get a super like shellacked fluffy eyebrow with this one, but I can get more of that like groomed, sleek looking brow with this. I can really only do the super fluffy brows with soap brow products. They need something that's, you know, more sturdy and gonna keep them perked up, but this one's really great to just keep your brows really streamlined and groomed looking. For highlight, I'm gonna use Bubbly BB. You know I love Hey Honey too. What I really like about the Nudestix highlights is they're that like cream gel formula, and they always look so beautifully glossy on your skin. So I'm just gonna do a little bit with the tip of my finger. I just really push it in, and then what I like to do is take a brush and blend it out. If you apply it straight with a brush, you're gonna get much more of a soft focus highlight, but because these are more sheer and glossy, I like using my finger to push them in for intensity and then just blend it in perfectly with a brush afterwards so that I get it nice and soft. This also might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that the Nudestix cream highlights are so much glossier and dewier looking than Glossier's, even though Glossier's is supposed to be like the ultimate dewy highlight because it has that, you know, balm in the core. I think Nudestix is so much dewier. I actually don't have a Nudestix eyeliner, so I'm just gonna line my waterline with this one from Jane Iredale. It's the black brown eyeliner pencil, and I just wanna deepen up my waterline just a touch. Once your brows set down with that brow gel, they feel like really industrial strength set down. It's one of those like hyper strong brow gels that won't let your brows get all messed up throughout the day. I actually don't have a Nudestix lip pencil, so I'm just gonna use this one from Makeup Forever. This is Forever Walnut. I feel like everybody is obsessed with this lip liner shade. I completely forgot to buy a Nudestix mascara. So if you have used it and you think I need to get it and try it, let me know. But I'm just gonna use this one from Trish McAvoy today. Ow, just stabbed myself in the eye. As I was about to say, I really like how the brush is tiny and I don't stab myself in the eye. Yeah, if you're looking at yourself in a viewfinder to make sure you're in focus, you'll probably stab your eye. If you're just looking into the mirror, you won't stab yourself in the eye. The lashes on my left eye are just like, they are not wanting to cooperate. They keep falling out. And then I also really like the way this mascara looks on my lower lashes. It's really nice and soft. And then I'm gonna use the Intense Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Fringe. These lip pencils from them. You can also use them on like cheeks and eyes, but I love these. These are probably my favorite product from Nudestix. And then I always do this. I put the shade Tay Tay in the center of my lips. I've been doing this a lot recently. I think it makes my lips look a lot bigger. It doesn't even, well, obviously not with like red lips, but any other lip color, I always like this right in the center. And I did also want to mention I love the Nudestix lip glosses. This one is in the shade Nude 06. This is a fresh one. I used up an entire tube of these. And I really like how they're squeezy. So you can squeeze every last drop of lip gloss out of them. And Nude 06 is like the perfect one for... Oh. This is what I get for trying to use the viewfinder as a mirror when I'm holding a mirror in my hand. All right, and creaseless hair clips are out of my hair. No creases, still got that really nice bend. I don't know why I didn't try to get creaseless hair clips many years ago. I would have saved myself a lot of struggle of getting foundation and face products constantly in my hairline. Oh well, just wanna say this smells super amazing. I just keep getting a whiff of it every time I move. I can smell it and I really like this. So good, fresh. That is it for this Get Ready With Me. If you have any other full face brand Get Ready With Me's that you wanna see, please let me know. If there's anything from Nudestix that really stands out to you that you think I need to try as well, please let me know. It's one of my favorite makeup brands. I just slowly was building up my Nudestix collection. As I said, fragrances will be linked in the description box down below. And I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel, and if you'd come follow me on Instagram, that would be amazing too. And I guess that's everything I wanted to say, so I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone.